Hello, today we are going to look at combining like terms. Here on your screen appearing is several like terms, and what I want you to do before you move on to the next screen is to come up with a reason why I've color-coded them the way I have to show the like terms. What do the like terms have in common? Try to come up with your own definition or own reason why the two black numbers are like terms, why the two green numbers are like terms. Alright, so go ahead and push pause at this time and come up with your own reason why these are like terms. Alright, hopefully you pushed pause and you have your own reasons why you think certain variables are like terms or certain constants are like terms. Let's go ahead and move on and give the actual definition of like terms. Like terms or similar terms have the same variable. So we have negative x and x. Those both are the same variable, so they at this point constitute like terms. They also have to have the same exponents. So at this point, negative 2x would also be a like term to negative x and x. But once it's raised to the second power or to squared, it's no longer like terms with negative x and x. The exponents are not the same, even though the variables are. So we'd have to go with an x squared. So the two green terms would be like terms, where the two yellow terms would be like terms. Same variable, same exponent to be like terms. Alright, now there are several parts to a term. Let's look at them. First, that's a variable. Second would be the coefficient that the variable is being times by. And then third is the exponent. These are the three parts that make up a term. So let's go through it again. The whole thing's a term. What is this 2 represented? Exponent. What is the x representing? The variable. What is the 4 or constant representing? The coefficient. And remember, the whole thing combined is called a term. These are words you need to know the definitions of to be able to do combining like terms and all the algebra that we're getting ready to get into. So let's look at some examples. First, I want you to start out with how many terms are there? Alright, well, one would be 2x. A second one would be 3. Third would be negative 3x. Fourth would be a 4. Fifth would be the negative 3y. So in this problem we would have 5 terms. Terms are separated by plus and minus signs. I have grouped them down below as like terms. 2x goes with negative 3x. Negative 3y is by itself. There are no like terms with negative 3y. And 3 and 4, since there are constants, constants are considered like terms. Alright, so now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and combine our like terms. And how you do that is, first of all, you got to find what your like terms are. So I want you right now to write down the like terms for number 2. Hopefully you came up with 4a and negative a. The a's, we have the same variable. They're both raised to the first power. So the variable and the exponents are the same, so these are considered like terms. Now what you have to do is you have to go back to our integer rules to combine the coefficients of the like terms. We have a positive 4, and there's not a number in front of the a. So we have to think of what number goes in front of the a. And I believe we've discussed this before. if you do not see a number in front of a variable, it's a 1. So in this case, we have a positive 4 combining it with a negative 1. Since they're different, we would subtract, keep the sign of the larger number, and end up with a positive 3a. Since the 7 is a constant and it's by itself, you would just take that directly to your answer. So the answer to number 2 would be 3a plus 7. At this point, I would like you to pause and go ahead and work out number 3 on your own. And then I will go over it to see if you are understanding what we're doing. Okay, hopefully you've worked it out. If not, go ahead and push pause real quick and work it out. But I'm going to go through the answer to number 3. First of all, we have to find out our like terms. So we start with 8y rather. 8y goes with negative 10y. Same variable, same exponent. So now when we combine the like terms, we have the coefficient of 8 and negative 10. They're different. Subtract, keep the sign of the larger number, and we get a negative 2y. Alright, so let's get rid of those two. Now, let's go to the next term, negative 3z. With our negative 3z, we also have a positive 5z. Different, subtract, and you see below we end up with a positive 2z. It's positive or plus because the 5 is larger than the 3. Let's get rid of those two. What's left are two constants. We said earlier, constants are considered like terms. So we have to combine those. And when you combine a positive 2 and a negative 2, they're different. You must subtract, and you get a 0. But we never write plus 0 as an answer, so we just get rid of that, and your final answer to this problem would be negative 2y plus 2z. Make notes of what you've seen to bring into class, and this should help you with your homework for tonight. Thank you.